Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical Forex Trading, and this is your weekly analysis for the euro dollar, so the European euro versus the US dollar. The date is March 22nd, 2020. If you want to stay up to date with all of our currency videos, make sure you click that red subscribe button. So, my current sentiment on euro dollar is bearish. Lots of selling going on throughout the markets beyond this multi-year downtrend that goes back to 2008. We see that the last couple weeks, so last week we were still holding above this 1077 line, but then we had a quick tiny little rally, and then boom, prices just plummeted. And it has less to do, it's more just a big market reaction. Typically when markets go south, people put their money into US dollars. It's still the world's preferred reserve currency. So we're seeing a big sell-off. Let's go ahead and look at our daily to talk about support and resistance. So we see our pivot point is at 108.58, and that makes sense. We see prices been there a few times. If price were to just slightly recoil and gain a little bit of retracement, that's going to be its first stop at the pivot point. We see a little bit of a parallel trend identified here where price is going to probably kick up to this point, but shouldn't go too much further. So R1 is at this 110.79. So if we look back historically throughout the last couple of years, we see as long as price stayed on top of that, right, it's kind of like a nice an average line. Price was either above or below that. Price is now well trending below that. So even if it were to extend, a retrace were to extend beyond this pivot point, I think we'd see a cap of action at the 110.79. U.S. is out rolling out a huge stimulus package. Let's see how it moves markets tomorrow morning. Anything that's considered market positive will send U.S. dollar the other direction, so towards the pivot, this R1, but doesn't mean markets will find that as a sustained good point. So at that point, then you might want to look to sell again. Now we think about support. Our next support's at this $4.58. Goes all the way back to 2017 when price did a little cluster bottom there before rocketing back the other way for over a year. So that's where price is headed now. $4.58 did ahead, so it could reach that point anytime next couple of weeks. If we see the sell-off go beyond 104.58, we're looking at S2's at 102.45, and that goes back beyond the last 15 years or so. So for now, we'll focus on there. Price is, though, stuck in this bearish descending triangle. And we saw price for a while hanging on that triangle, and then we just popped through the bottom. So here we go. That's here. We see price for a couple of years was riding within this, and then last few weeks ago sell off. The last 5 weeks of market activity, a lot of volatility. Then last week was the big plunge. U.S. dollar riding strong. Okay, well, I hope you make lots of pips this week. Look for a swing back for your next sell opportunity. We'll talk soon.